What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Elaine. I'm known of what? LBE. Alright, y'all, so back with another video. As y'all can see, I am continuing to run this cycle of gifts. I'm looking at every container that I have, seeing how many I have, and putting together that particular amount of gifts. We're doubling, tripling, and quadrupling the same style. Maybe change up a couple colors or something here and there, or you know, whatever, but the same design, same style is rolling out. Okay, I want to come to you guys and share with you guys. I know a lot of y'all have questions about the cupcake boxes. So y'all saw the long ones that I've done. I've used the 4-pack box, and what I mean by 4-pack, it holds 4 cupcakes. So the long ones hold 6, and then there's another one that holds 4. I introduced you to the 4-pack last year, and I used those throughout Christmas and so forth and so forth. So I want to show you guys the 4-packs because it actually ended up having 4 of those left over. And I said, you know what, let's go ahead and knock out the last 4 of those. I do need to order me some more, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use them for Christmas. So anywho, I came up here to show you guys what they look like. So this is the 4-pack box, okay? And what I mean by, like I said, when you lay it down, it holds 4 cupcakes. It's still a really nice size box. Now this is not like the cake box that I showed you guys that come with the handle. This is not the same thing, okay? Because this one is more narrow and taller, versus that cake box was actually more wider all the way around because it held a round cake. Okay, and I wish I could show y'all that cake box, but they're not nowhere near me, so I can't pull one out. But anywho, and I can't get to it either with all this Father's Day stuff blocking everything. But anywho, I want to show you guys again, this is what the 4-count box looks like. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to put in here. So I got these Navigated by Coffee cups. They come 2 to a pack. I got these at Dollar General for a penny. And I don't know how many stacks of these, y'all. I was just grabbing them because I was like, they had another kind that I didn't like what it said. And I said, nah, I just want something simple. And it just says Navigated by Coffee. That's all it say. So I did grab this. And then what else is going to go in here? Like I did last year, I put in, I made these into mini boxes, but I told y'all I'm trying to elevate the mini gifts into like a little bit bigger size to make them stand out more. So the contents that are going in are going to pretty much be the same. I'm just going to elevate the box itself. As you can see, these sitting up kind of tall. Okay. But it's the Dove cream, and you can use any cream, Nivea, whatever, you know, whatever you. It don't even have to be the round one. It can be like a Vaseline cream or something. Just, you know, whatever you got that you feel as though can fit in here. And I'm going to tell you right now, it can be as tall as these cups right here. If not, just a little bit taller. But if you can get anything this size, can fit in these boxes, okay? Again, when we use these boxes, we don't lay them down unless you're doing a design like this, a flat design like this. But for the most part, I stand mine up. That way I can put everything I want in there, and it turns out to be a awesome gift. Dove men bars of soap and the Dove deodorant. So I always put these 3 together when I'm doing the smaller gifts. You get your soap, you get your lotion, you get your deodorant. You're done. Okay. The next thing I'm adding in is going to be, this is going to be what I call my backer, which is one of the Dollar Tree washcloths. These things are huge. Like, I don't remember them being this big. This is not the microfiber ones. This is the regular like washcloth. But they are humongous. And then I thought I didn't have no more church socks left over, and come to find out I do. But I only had like five pair. And unfortunately I don't have 5 of these boxes, so 1 pair is gonna have to go with something else. But for the most part, I got these West Loop men's church socks. And I'm trying to think if West Loop is CVS or Walgreens. Walgreens, I see it right here, distributed by Walgreens Company. So I got these a while back on clearance and completely forgot I had them. Again, going through your stash now. And I got this kind, and I have a polka dot kind that I had put into these gifts. I did 2 with the polka dot and 2 with just this solid like blue and light blue and dark blue platter. So that's all that's going to go inside of this box. First things first is I'm going to take the lid off my cup because I don't want the lid on there because I'm actually going to put the socks inside of the cup. But the first thing I'm going to do is two glue dots on the bottom of my cup. I've already put my black styrofoam board at the bottom to line the base. And then I'm going to add in this coffee cup that I put my two glue dots on. As you can see, it's in there. Next thing, I'm going to add in my 3 products. Lotion's going to go in first since it's round. We're going to make sure that touches the very front. And then the next thing is I'm going to add the deodorant right on the side of it. And then this soap should fit in snug in between the cup and the deodorant. Alright, so this is what the front looks like. And as you can see, everything is in there. I glue dotted down everything to the base. So nothing does like a whole lot of moving. And also I'm going to add in filler to make sure everything stays in place. For the most part, you know what I'm saying, about the wobbling and all that stuff. And as you can see, the back is completely empty. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our washcloth and we're just going to slide it down in the back. And it's going to become the backer to this gift. So when you turn it around, 2 of these will have a gray background and the other 2 will have a navy blue because I ran out of navy blue towels. And I remember buying navy blue, black, and gray. So that's what we're doing. So that's the backer. And then like I said, we're going to take the socks. I'm just going to fold them over and set them inside of the cup. The socks are pretty wide, so they don't need no extraness. They fit nice and snug inside the cup, like so. And yes, the tag is still on it. It's not a price tag. It just tells you what it is and what size they are, which is 6 to 12. And somebody asked me what size socks I use for men's and stuff like that. I just use traditional 6 to 12. I figured if you ain't in between a 6 and a 12, and honestly, if you're a 13, you should still be able to get your feet in there, unless your feet just some big old fat lump of logs. But if not, then you should be straight. So anyway, I'm gonna go in and add some shred in here, my basket filler, and we're gonna go in front of the cup and push it all the way down because we do want to make sure that the cup, the words on the cup can be read. Add some to the side of the cup. Use my scissors to push that down. Get yourself together. Get on out the cup now. Sorry y'all, a piece of it got into the cup. It was lingering on like you're holding on for dear life. Okay, then now we're going to go on the other side where the Dove lotion and deodorant is. Add that there, and then I'm going to add just a little bit behind the soap and the deodorant and in between that and the towel, just so I can make sure that the towel has a nice snug fit and it won't come up. And then also right there I'm going to add in the lid to the cup. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. As you can see, you have the cup in there, you got the socks that's inside of the cup, you have the lid that's in front of the towel to make sure it stands up straight and doesn't go flapping down. Then you have the Dove soap, lotion, and deodorant all in place, and that is it, y'all. One and done. And like I said, I put some of these similar together last year and I sold quite a bit of them, but I still had like 4 left over, and I brought them up here. I can't even remember why I brought them up here. I'm taping the sides down now, y'all. I brought them up here and eventually just forgot all about them, and they were sitting on the shelf for I was like, babe, I need to do something with them because them got to go out too. I want everything out. If I can fit it in the truck, it's going. Okay, it is what it is. So I was like, what can I do? And I was like, oh, I remember I got the Father's Day bags, and I was like, I can use a couple more of those, because I really honestly only use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Father's Day bags. And if you don't know what bags I'm talking about, it's the bags that I got from these reusable bags I got from Amazon. They come in different styles. 2 of them say Happy Father's Day. One says love Dad, and the other one says something else. I can't remember. Oh, number 1 dad or something like that, or you're the best dad or something like that. So I'm using the Happy Father's Day ones, and I just put a box in here. And I know you're like, LB, what size box? Baby, whatever size you can find to fit in there. I put glue dots on the bottom of the clear box so I can press it down to the box that's inside of the bag. And once you hold it down, it's there. Okay. Next thing you want to do is add you a bow. However you want to add your bow. My bow is going to be attached to the bag and the clear box, so I make sure that don't come apart. Okay, in transit, like somebody knock it over and the clear box come falling out the bag, and then it's like, oh well, what's the point of this? You know what I'm saying? So we got to make it look like it go together. So I'm using the pull bow, and I'm going to use the strings on the pull bow to help secure both of these together. And I don't know if y'all ain't seen Nessa's video where she used the clear bags that I told you guys about a while back, and her Father's Day bags that she got from Amazon. She got, I think her Father's Day bags are bigger than mine, but that gift turned out, ooh-wee, them turned out good. Those gifts turned out great. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the bow up there, and I'm going to bring the string down, and we're going to tuck it up under here, switching hands and switching strings. And then we're going to bring it right back up. We're going to find the middle of this bow. There it is. And we are going to tie this off. And again, I'm just going to double knot it, not put no bow into it or nothing like that. And since there's not that much string left on it, I'm just going to curl that. So that it becomes part of the bow. I'm going to cut that one because it didn't curl all the way like I needed to. I ain't got time to play no games. Alright, and on the tails, we're just going to cut them down some so they don't stand all out in the way. Like that right there. Yeah, no. I can't get jiggy with that. So if you ducktail it, it turns out to be a shorter piece, but it also turns out to be, you know, look like it's a part of the gift. Alright. You want to make sure that your bow is lined up. I don't want this in the dead center. Alright, that's where I want it to be. I'm taking a piece of tape. Because these are reusable bags, tape will adhere to it just fine. And then I'm going to attach another piece to the clear box just so I can make sure this does not shift at all. Okay. Pull bow's nice and secure. Gift is ready to go to be placed on the table. And as y'all can see, if you get a nice sturdy box, it sits up straight, no problems. Now, you out there on the streets, yes, this is light. So if the wind gets to winding, yeah. So anyway, it'll definitely be placed in some type of like tray box. Y'all know the flat box you can get from Sam's to hold your stuff in, something like that. It'll definitely be in those lined up right next to each other, so therefore when the wind blow, they don't blow either. Okay. But for the most part, this is the finished product. Again, I just basically elevated this small box into a mighty larger gift, just by giving it a little, you know, flavor with the bag. Here is the other one that says Happy Father's Day, and this one has the polka dot socks in it, as you can see, but everything else is pretty much the same, and the bag is changed. So you have 2 of these and 2 of these. Again, these are just like inexpensive gifts. And what I mean by inexpensive, y'all, I mean like something to me, inexpensive is like $50 or less. Or less than $50. I wouldn't say actually $50. That ain't inexpensive. That's kind of pricey. But anything less than $50 to me is inexpensive. So, you know, these can be anywhere between 35, 40 bucks. I mean 25 to like 45 bucks, I would say, in that price range. So, what I'm pricing them, I don't know yet. Again, I'm not really doing pricing until next week. I just want to make, and then I'll come back with price next week when I have some downtime, because I'm not gonna be making a whole lot of gifts next week. Hopefully by next week I have, baby, listen. Okay then. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all the next one. Peace.